Silent Hill 2. Just the name alone conjures a potent mix of dread, melancholy, and profound introspection. A masterpiece of psychological horror, it's a game that has lingered in the minds of players for over 2 decades. Its intricate narrative and haunting atmosphere etched into the very fabric of the genre. The idea of a remake was greeted with healthy doubt. Could lightning twice strike the same spot? Could the next generation recreate the spooky charm of the original? Having spent hundreds of hours traversing the fog-shrouded streets of Silent Hill in the remake, I can safely say yes, they did. And not just borrowed, but improved upon, making a game that was both loyal to the original and newly renewed. This is not a new coat of paint on an old building, it's a full-on architectural remodeling, staying true to the original while adding in modern design and techniques. The central story of James Sunderland's journey to Silent Hill is left in place, a testament to the power of the story to endure over time. Guilt, loss, and repression are handled with the same sensitivity, and players can identify with James's inner life on a personal level. And yet, the remake does not simply retell the story, it builds on it, introducing greater depth into the supporting cast and their relationships with James. These additions, subtle but powerful, add depth to the overall texture of the story and enable the reader to gain a greater insight into the events that are happening before them. The visual reinterpretation is simply stunning. The eerie beauty of Silent Hill is accomplished with breathtaking realism, leveraging the latest graphics technology to generate an atmosphere that is both horrifying and engrossing. The notorious fog is denser, more suffocating, adding to the dread and the claustrophobia. The gruesome creations of James' imagination, the classic monsters, are realized in ghastly detail, amplifying their psychological effect. The remake is aware that visual horror doesn't necessarily mean jump scares. It's creating an overall sense of dread and tension over the long term, and it does a great job of this. Perhaps the largest area of contention around the remake was the combat system. Classic fans feared that simplifying the combat would take away from the sense of vulnerability so integral to the original. Fortunately, the designers have struck a masterful balance. Combat is more responsive and smoother, and players are more in control, but it is still far from empowering. James is still an imperfect hero, incapable of dealing with the horrors that lurk in the shadows. Each battle is a tense waltz between survival and despair, forcing players to depend on strategy and resource management instead of brute force. Atmosphere is hands down the greatest element of Silent Hill 2. It's the choking fog, the creepy sound design, the creepy score that burrows under your skin. The remake gets this intuitively. The sound design is well done, using binaural audio to create an immersive soundscape that will have you always looking over your shoulder. Akira Yamaoka's iconic score not only remastered, but reinterpreted in new arrangements, imbuing even greater emotional depth in the already giant themes. A combination of graphical fidelity and atmosphere mastery creates such an unforgettable experience. What truly sets this remake distinct from others is the evident reverence and fondness that the creators of the original have. This is no cynical cash-in or ill-judged bid to remake a classic. It's a labor of love and carefully considered homage to one of the all-time horror greats. They've taken the greatest elements that made Silent Hill 2 so brilliant and kept them while simultaneously taking the experience into the next generation. The Silent Hill 2 remake is not merely a graphical update, it's a return to the source, a dive deeper into the depths. It's a celebration of the strength of psychological horror and a celebration of the lasting legacy of Silent Hill 2. If you have never played the original, this is the ideal starting point. And if you're a seasoned Silent Hill gamer, get set to revisit a classic nightmare in a way that will surprise you. Trust us, you won't be sorry.